Hare Krishna, how are you all my Krishna's devotees? Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will continue the discussion of chapter 2 Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya Yoga from verse 56 to 60. So in these shlokas, Lord Shri Krishna explains Arjuna some of the questions to convince him about the life and the Kurukshetra war. It is Dukkheshvanudvignamanaha, Sukheshu Yukataspruha, Vitaraga Bhayakrodha, Stitadir Muniruchate. I mean, who is called as a sage? The question is, first question is, who is called as a sage? Sage is one who is not shaken, who is unshaken in miseries, attachment, pleasure, painful situations, who is not affected by worldly love, fear, anger. That's what he calls Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha, one who does not have love, fear or anger towards past, present or future. Is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Only the sage who is always in Krishna consciousness. Vita means one who does not have any attachment. But we are in the deep sea of attachment and we are after desires. They have all our senses, all our desires have an octopus grip upon this body, upon all the activities of the psychomotor activities. Is it possible that one should not get attached to attachment? How should we forego desires? It's not that desires should not be fulfilled, because when you will be happy, I'll ask you a question, when you will be happy? We will be happy when our desires are fulfilled. When our desires are not fulfilled, then it leads to anger and may lead to frustration and also misery. Desires are also important in this life, but there is no end to desire. Desires are endless, because if it is like a fire, when you fulfill one desire, that is temporary fulfillment, and again strongly another desire comes into the mind. It's like a fire. After you put lot of ghee, more and fire emerges strongly. So desires are so strong. Okay, so it is very difficult for a common man to get away from the attachment and the desires. But what is the solution for all this? An enlightened person feels, means he remains unattached, he remains undisturbed amidst misery and attachment, and he does not crave for pleasure, and he is free from that is attachment or fear or anger. So, but what do we do? Our mind is dragged. Actually, the mind broods over the past. The mind itself tortures itself. For example, many people do not think of God, but they think of the problems. When you don't have time to contemplate on God, then how will the God solve your problems? That's the one question. Second thing is, if you think only of the miseries, when you will get time to think about the God? So controls his mind according to the needs of the situation, does not allow his mind to harbor the attachment and the material weakness of anger, greed or lust. Then the mind becomes steady and contemplates on God, transcends and fixes in the divine. So apprehensions man more than living in the present. He always thinks of the past. He is haunted by the miserable memories of the past and impending misfortune in the near future. So that pain itself torments. Even mind sometimes tortures itself about the thinking of the past. So if the mind craves for external pleasures, so there will be no peace. So always our minds will be looking for the objects of enjoyment and entertainment. A steady man allows the mind to seek pleasure immediately, but a sage controls. So what is the nature of the soul and what is the nature of the body? This soul is not affected by worldly things, because it comes into this body, it lives in this body, and soul is not identified with the body, because it always listens to the God. God stays here. But this nature of the body is, this body runs its activities through the sense organs. So Lord Krishna gives a beautiful simile that we have to be like a tortoise which pulls its limbs inside when it confronts some danger or for self protection, or when it is not necessary, it actually pulls its limbs inside. So just like tortoise, a sage always controls his mind according to the situations. Okay, fear and anger destroys the wisdom and intelligence also. So a sage is one who has self-content, and he thinks that The highest form of love is for Krishna only. So Krishnam Sarvam. So Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraya Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So Atmanaivatmana Tushtaha Sthita Pragnasya. Identifies himself with the soul and realizes that in all conditions, so chitta ahankara manasa buddhi, so his all these kinds of the soul, forms of the soul and the body always rest in Krishna consciousness. So we have to live and move in this body, so this body is also important and the soul is also important. Soul is the prana or the energy, life energy of this body. This holds the key actually. This sends the signal in all pleasurable and painful situations. Soul sends the signal to the brain. Okay, so the solution is self-mastery. So only self-mastery can keep control from the tempting invasion of the senses. It's electric, like when we see the objects of enjoyment and entertainment, for example food, we like food so much that we cannot control the taste or the smell or the sight. For example, we are tempted to beauty, fragrance, so all sex, taste. So we have all those attractions in us, attractive sensations. The Holy Bhagavad Gita tells a yogi should withdraw from these 5 channels and attain self-mastery day by day. For example, if a rose is held before a sleeping man, he cannot smell, touch or he cannot see it. Just like a sleeping man who cannot sense the presence of the rose, the sage should be in the same way, that even if he is before painful and pleasurable situations, he should withdraw himself like a tortoise. So in this way, yogi is very conscious to attain the freedom. And for example, another example, Gita does not advise anyone to banish all the desires and temptations and but only asks to control oneself. That is the main theme of Bhagavad Gita. And another thing is, if you take some amount of food in front of the sleeping man, he cannot eat it, he cannot smell it, and he cannot taste it also. So in this way, a yogi concentrates on what is his focus, and that is Krishna is his focus. In this way, by withdrawing the limbs inside like a tortoise, yogi gets into soul contact and also to the Bhagavan. Okay, so for example, when the water is mixed with milk, milk loses its character and mixes with water. That the water dilutes and loses its natural character. But if you mix ghee or butter in the water, it will not lose its natural character, because it has become so stiff and has crossed so many stages to become butter or ghee. So that should be yogi's mind. Okay, so it should not totally. That's why many monks are in awkward situations. For example, in deep meditation, they are haunted by, outwardly they shut their eyes, but they are always haunted by sense objects and sense longings inwardly. But a true yogi and a wise man opens his eyes of wisdom and sees the supreme light of God. That's his devotion. Everywhere he sees God, he perceives God. So mental control is first important than the physical control. That's mental renunciation should first appear, and it should be accompanied by later stages physical renunciation. So instead of feeding our sense organs, we have to learn to control it and channel it towards Krishna consciousness. So Sthita Dhir Munir means one who does not swell in luxury and does not condescend in pain. So one who is honest in devotion towards Krishna can cross this sea of desire. So devotee's life should be dedicated to God. Okay, to some extent we have to put some constraints, otherwise these sense organs work independently. Then now also they work independently, so we should have that Atman inside and learn to be like tortoise. Senses work strongly, anxiously and speedily. For example, Vishwamitra, who was in dhyana, but he was actually disturbed by the lust and love of Menaka. So it takes several years to control the mind, but it's not impossible, it's possible. So thank you, Hare Krishna. We'll continue with this second chapter, another 10 shlokas until 72. So in next video I'll complete my second chapter, and daily I upload my videos. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you find this video useful, please share it and like it. Thank you.